I got into teaching in a non-traditional way. I didn't enter the profession until I was 33 years old. After I graduated from Villanova University, I worked in the financial sector up by New York City for about 10 years. And then my first teaching job was at Don Bosco Tech in Paterson, New Jersey. It's an all-boys inner-city school. I can't pinpoint the first time I realized I wanted to be a teacher. I just know that after the first day of my classes, I thought to myself, wow, this is the only job I've ever loved. So I guess I chose wisely. I moved to the shore from Bergen County in 2002, and I immediately started at Brick Township right after that in the social studies department in September of 2002. I think I've taught nearly every class my department has to offer. Most notably, I taught AP classes for 17 years. I taught APUSH and AP Government. I also taught sociology for even a longer period than that. Most recently, the last 5 years has been DE, dual enrollment sociology, where the kids get college credit for taking the class. My favorite part about teaching at BTHS has been a constant for the last 21 years. It's always been about the kids. In so many ways, the students here remind me of the kids I went to high school with in the 1980s in Ramsey, New Jersey. They're tough and resilient and hardworking and school-spirited and loyal. All the virtues I respect and enjoy being around. I think who they are creates something for my teaching style. It's just a good mesh, and I've always enjoyed it. It's always been about the kids here for me. Over the years, I've been in many clubs. For 5 years, I was the faculty advisor for the SGA. I started the film club. I was the JV boys basketball coach and assistant varsity coach for 4 years. And I've also helped out 1 year with the Key Club. There's just too many favorite memories I have here just to list one. I would say it's more of a cumulative kind of thing, and it's always about the personal growth of my students, whether it's a shy kid I see as a freshman, and then by the time they graduate, they're much more outgoing, or even a kid who is academically challenged in the beginning, and then you find out by the end of their senior year, they've been accepted to a prestigious school. For me, those are the highlights of teaching, is watching kids and witnessing firsthand their personal growth, and maybe feeling like you had a small part in it. I try to inspire my students through humor. A few years back, a former student of mine did her DE sociology scientific project on teachers who insert humor in the classroom. And the results were profoundly positive. Learning and laughing, she said, were interconnected, and I agree with that. So I try to keep things in my classroom light. Hopefully my students are inspired by this life lesson, and they begin to understand that laughing at yourself in life's more difficult situations is just a way to cope with life's many unpleasant realities. It's not all, peaches and cream out there. So learning to laugh at yourself and having a sense of humor, I think, is very important, and I hope they're inspired by that. I hope they remember that. My advice for my students and for all students of the school is to stop caring so much about what people think of you. Teddy Roosevelt said, "Comparison is the thief of joy." So don't compare yourself to others, and don't get caught up in worrying about what other people think about you. Just be guided by your own passions and follow the path of your own dreams, and you'll do fine.